Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do technical analysis, price predictions, and news updates on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and picking up where we left off in the previous Bitcoin video. Now, as we look over at Bitcoin right now, we can see that we're still moving in that right direction with Bitcoin. We have this consolidation currently at this 786 Fibonacci level. This is looking at the Fibonacci retracement from the whole fallout that we had with FTX and how we had come down within 5 waves and then that. Now we possibly have reached a bottom here with Bitcoin, as we have Bitcoin that had just recently reached its newest 52-week low within this 5th wave that it had at a price that was around $15,460. And now we've been making this transition here, moving to the upside. So a decent sized price movement so far has taken place, but now there's this consolidation right now that we're dealing with. And this is with the price of Bitcoin currently above the 20-day moving average. That's what where we're currently at, and we're still needing to make this attempt, which we're slowly working our way up to that 50-day moving average. So hopefully we're going to be up here very soon and be able to see Bitcoin break through that, which is going to be at a price of around $17,700 to see such a thing happen. Now, as far as the whole reaction within this whole FTX fallout and how things have taken place here, if we look at the price drop that we had from that, when we look at the price where Bitcoin was just before the whole FTX fallout had taken place, we were seeing the price of Bitcoin upwards around $21,600 or so just before the price came crashing down. So if we look at this price movement that Bitcoin had during that time, the price of Bitcoin had dropped a pretty significant amount. It had actually come down about 28% within that price drop, and that was a decline within Bitcoin of about $6,000 that it did very quickly. It had come down very quickly within that. So now when we look at this price movement that we currently have from within this 5th wave, we can see that the price of Bitcoin so far has managed to go up of about 13%. So we're seeing a pretty nice price increase within Bitcoin, but even though now we're still consolidating, I think that there's this possibility that we could be seeing Bitcoin continue to work its way up here if we get another price pump within this consolidation. This leads Bitcoin possibly to a price that could be a full retracement from where we're at within this whole FTX fallout. I was originally hoping that we would start to see this sometime between December 25th to possibly the 2nd week of January, which is still something that could be a possibility. But as we're continuing to consolidate here, the possibility of seeing this happen as quickly, it might not happen, but I'm sure that eventually we are going to be seeing this retracement happen here, if not in the month of January, hopefully in the month of February. Now, as far as this price movement that we need to see here, this would be seeing the price from where Bitcoin's currently at right now, and seeing it go up somewhere to a price that could be about 22% gain, and that would take it right up to where we need to see it. So between 20% and 25% gain would do this retracement, and that would be seeing the price of Bitcoin going up another $4,000 plus to be able to get within this. So there's a possibility, in my opinion, that we could be seeing such a thing play out, and that is due to the fact that we had seen the price of Bitcoin come down so much so fast, and then there can be this good opportunity to see a nice gain within Bitcoin, since we've already seen a decent sized recovery already since we have reached that completion of that 5th wave, which could also be the possibility now that everything that we have going on with Bitcoin at this moment, this could all be the start of a new pattern that is forming, because of course we're moving away from this wedge here, from this falling wedge, and Bitcoin has been distancing itself from this. Now, Bitcoin's been within this since its all-time high back in November of 2021. It's come down within these 5 waves. So not only did we come down 5 waves from the FTX fallout, we've also have come down from within 5 waves from Bitcoin's all-time high. So if this is that completion, then we can start seeing this upside momentum as we go and retrace from where we're at within all this. So there's a good possibility that could happen, But of course, time is only going to tell how long is all this going to take to see this retracement, or of course, if there's going to be one more leg down within Bitcoin, because still we're not above the fourth wave, we're not above the first wave here, and there's a possibility that we could still come down a little bit lower, and that would be that completion at that time, hopefully. So right now, though, the technicals are not telling us that we're going to be coming down one more time, and the technicals are not telling us that we're for sure going to be going up one more time. But at least from what it looks like, since we are creating this distance from within this wedge, that this could be that start of the price of Bitcoin working its way up within a new wave one that is going to be a much more bullish pattern. So hopefully, cross our fingers that 2023 is going to be a much better year for Bitcoin. So now looking at Bitcoin here on the hourly chart, looking at this wave 5 here, as it does look like a double bottom that we had with Bitcoin from the wave 3 from the FTX fallout. It is slightly lower though, and due to the fact that we managed to see the price retrace up another Fibonacci level, I'm thinking, or I'm hopeful that this was the bottom, even though anything can happen. But if this is in fact the bottom, then that would be a great thing for Bitcoin, of course, and we would have to keep seeing this momentum continue. Now, if we look over at the moving averages here on the hourly chart, if we look at Bitcoin's 200-hour moving average, you can see that we're well above that right now, and we're within that range of that 50 and 20-hour moving average right now. So Bitcoin's currently consolidating here, but of course we need to see this price start making this, getting this momentum, and continue to see the price hopefully pump within this. But of course, seeing Bitcoin above the price of $17,000 is great. Hopefully it's going to be able to maintain this and keep working its way up from here. So now panning back a bit here and looking at the possibility that we are going to be able to continue here. And then if we were to reach this price movement, of course, it's going to be a significant price move for Bitcoin. But just given the fact that we've had this momentum here, if this was able to continue, then there could still be that possibility that we would reach this price target and see this retracement happen. Of course, things don't go up as quickly as they do come down. And we have to always remind ourselves that as you might be able to see the price of Bitcoin come down, say 20% or more within a matter of a day or two, of course, it's going to take weeks, if not months, to be able to see the price to make those gains back. And that's the possibility here that we could be seeing. So even if we don't manage to actually reach this price by, say, even the beginning of January, I'm still hopeful that eventually we are going to be able to reach this price. That's why everything that's going on with Bitcoin right now, if this is the start of the wave one, then I am accumulating more Bitcoin for this reason, because of course the expectations that 2024, looking at another year ahead for Bitcoin as we go into halving, the potential for rallies to continue as we go on there, then there's just there's a lot to look forward to. But of course, the whole market is just in a is in a bear market, and it's going to take time to recover from this. And that's why we have to have this outlook that is going to take us years out to be able to see that type of retracement. But at least here in the short term, I'm hopeful that we're going to eventually start to recover more from the whole FTX fallout, and Bitcoin in general would have a lot to gain throughout the next year or two. Now, as far as looking out even further than that, I think that if this was the start of the wave one, then I would think that this wave one will have a lot of potential to be able to, retrace not just where it was within the wave four, where it was coming down, which was at a price that was just above $25,000. I think that it would actually retrace somewhere between where it was coming down within this wave three. And that's why I'm thinking that the possibility of seeing the price of Bitcoin going somewhere between, say, $30,000 to even, say, $36,000 is a possibility if we were to be able to see this at least retrace a decent amount. Of course, we're going to want to see it go above the wave four, and I think it would go somewhere between where it was as it was coming down in this wave three as a possibility. But Of course, this is looking out way further. This is looking out into either the end of the first quarter or the beginning of the second quarter of 2023 as a possibility. But of course, anyways, with that being said, though, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think about the short-term price prediction? Do you guys think that there could be a possibility that by the beginning of January, end of December, that we could be seeing more of a decent sized retracement from where we're at within the FTX fallout? I would like to know. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum every single day and many other altcoins as well. So if you like content like this, please do consider subscribing. And of course, a like does go a long way. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.